Hey family. So when I learned that Grams passed away, I was filled with several emotions at the same time. I was sad to hear that she passed, but I was happy also that she went peacefully and she didn't suffer, and everybody said that. And it sounds like even up until a couple weeks ago, she had a good sense of humor and was laughing. And yeah, and then I was also sad that I couldn't be there. I wanted to be around and hear all of the storytelling and the laughter. That's like the best part about being a McCormick. And then I got proud. I was telling my friends, they were asking, "Oh, how old was your grandmom?" And I always bragged, and then I exaggerate and add 10 years. It's 103. Fit as a mule, died climbing in the Rockies. It's a talent I get from the McCormicks. And I know that Teresa Lucille McCormick McKnight was the oldest McCormick McKnight ever. She was the oldest of our relatives. And I used to tell her that on her birthdays. I would always say, "Grams, you're the oldest person I know." And she always would smile, and she would kind of squint her eyes and toss her head back and laugh. And then I'd say, "You know what, though? You don't look a day over 83. And it's true. We McCormicks age well. We're good lookers. She had 7 children. Peggy, Michael, Kenny, Jimmy, Jerry, Danny, and Lori. And she had 10 grandchildren. Jason, Brian, David, Missy, Heather, myself, Teresa, Cullen, Katie, and Kelly. And I was called every one of them, sometimes in that order. And only once, because she was tricked, she called me Kelly because of a choice Halloween costume that I'd picked out. And then she met Marley, Jack, Jeremiah, Davin, Connor, Cruz, and fortunately none of my illegitimate children. And it's not a bad lineage to have. And I also, amongst the feelings, I felt a bit ashamed. I really wanted to be back to connect with everybody, and I feel, I guess, a little bit, embarrassed that, I'm here in Australia trying to run a decent, wholesome brothel. Chiropractic clinic. I just work in the brothel. Bad debts. And I wish I was further along in my career and could fly back and give everybody a big hug and share in on some of the storytelling and the laughter, and be supportive in many different ways. And then I was going to write something a little bit sappy. I was going to write, I thought about pretending to be Grams writing from heaven, and what would she say? And I started to think, say something like, "Oh, the weather here is beautiful, and there's, all these little animals that are running around, and Danny's arranged for a window to be put in so I can see him. And Jim will be by a little bit later. He's at the bar. And Marguerite and Gina are in the other room on the couch, and they are given bottomless martinis in heaven, and the mayonnaise jars that they use are made of Waterford crystal, the nicest ones you've ever seen. And then I thought, oh, nobody will believe that, because I'll have to type it, and Grams couldn't use a computer, and if I write it by hand, no one will be able to read it. So that's when I came up with this idea. I have a few memories from Grams. I remember mostly her birthdays and things like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and sitting around the table on Limecombe Pike. And I remember all the dancing and all the laughter. I think that was the best part. And I remember when I turned 13, she bought me a claddagh ring from the Irish shop in Jenkintown. She also took me to buy some luggage before I moved to Australia. So she quite literally played a role in some of the baggage that I still have today. And she was also the only one that believed me and backed me when I said that I was dating a belly dancer. Everyone else believed it was a ballet dancer, but no, she knew. And yeah, I really wish I could be there. This is the best I could do. I hope it made you laugh. And yeah, I wish I could share in some of the stories. And I'll see you sometime down the road. If you ever get a chance to come to Australia, please do, and we'll put you up. And we also are running a special in the chiropractic clinic, so we'll give you good deals. And unfortunately, we're also running a special in the brothel, but you know what? Forget about it. Forget I mentioned the brothel thing. But I wish you all well, and a big warm hug to you, and lots of love, and I'll talk to you sometime soon.